Oh, how you do? Beloved. How y'all beautiful ones doing? What's the word around Indian country, baby? What's the word? What's happening with you? What's good? What's good with y'all? Let me see who we got. Let me see if I can peek in real quick. Let's see if I can peek in real quick. Who's there? There go my sister always, my twin always. Front line. By my side. What up, 20? Slim Ball, Ralph Worley. What's up, beloved? How you doing, family? L. Austin. Hi, beloved. Summer Rain. Let's go with y'all. Chatahaya. Wengapo, beloved. Bonton. How you doing, good brother? I hope everything is healthy. What's up, Indigo Boogie? Al, love from Fort Worth, Texas. I'll take that. Star Vision, what's happening, beauties? How y'all beloved ones doing? I hope everything is healthy. I want to give a couple of shout outs. Definitely shout out to Coach Kuka and Tasha, Tasha She. Shout out to cousin. Congratulations, beloved. You're going to hit that 10K real soon. Support the cousin, Tasha She. We got a lot of beautiful things coming up. Man, we've been real busy, kind of been off the scene a little bit, but not really off the scene. I'm all in the area. Little do people know. So it's beautiful. Shout out to the state of Georgia, the lovely state of Georgia, South Carolina, North Click. You already know what it is. Let's go with everybody. Macadon, Damon Taylor, my good brother. I'm so much closer to y'all now. So much closer to y'all now. My dad told me to tell you what's up. Such a small world. My dad told me to tell you what's up, DT. Michael Brown, what's happening with you, beloved? Cousin Donnie, your work schedule. I love you so much. I miss you. We got to catch up real soon. You already know what it is. I know what it is already, cuz. See you soon and hopefully talk to you even sooner. So we got a couple of good things going on. I see you, Cottrell. What's up, good brother? Hope everything is healthy in y'all world. It needs to be. It's a beautiful day to be alive. It's a dope day in Indian country. Y'all need to understand that. So many reasons to feel good. So many reasons to smile about. Just a lot of great things going on. The South is clicking. The South is definitely clicking. Shout out to my peoples in New York. Now we got a lot of stuff going on in New York. My heart goes out to everybody there. Sleeping Power Infinite. You already know what it is, bro. Use a fly nigga, man. Sleeping Power. Yeah. Shout out to the Gentry Morgan family. Um, Definitely want to give my love out to them. And I know that we are kinfolk. I seen our ancestors 200 years ago. So as a young lady, a young mother, I moved out of town, away from my hometown in a whole other city, and I met y'all there. And y'all reminded me so much of my family and just a bunch of people. My grandmother had a lot of kids, and so did y'all, matriarch. Rest in peace to Miss Willie Mae. Shout out to Young God, um, the whole Gentry family. Shout out to Nalo and Capone and all everybody. Now Capone, Nalo and Inf, y'all together now in half, and that's what it is, yo. Other than that, my number one son-in-law, oh, this little dude, my dude Juwan. Shout out to Gino and my condolences to you, brother. In the pen, I got a nice card that I sent you. I hope you get it soon. I'll make sure I put that in the mail, and I hope that you get it soon. My condolences to Northside Queens. We had two losses also within a week. Two babies, my babies, man. Little Gino crashed into the cemetery, motorcycle accident. My boy Jawan. I love this dude. He's also my friend. Not only is he a youngin that I knew all his life, he's and very close to people that I grew up with. He's also like my son-in-law. This nigga tried to court my daughter. Really awesome dude. He got he got so much life in him. Like oh man, that was my boy. Not only was he's someone that tried to successfully court my daughter in a manner in which a lot of young people don't take that approach, in the way they handle the situation. He's a young father, and he took care of his babies, and him and my daughter had an agreement to not be together so that he could take care of the family that he already had. Like, just real shit between them, but he's still my number one son-in-law. It's so many things, great things I could say about him, just my own personal experiences that aren't even attached to the vicarious relationship that he had with my daughter. But I will say this, you will be missed, baby. You was my motherfucking little nigga, boy. I swear, I loved you like a son-in-law, for real, for real. And if it had to be somebody, if it is going to be somebody, they definitely got to be of your caliber, man. Definitely do. Shout out to Father MC, and the Green family for their losses. But anyway, so what's the word? Issue ain't about solutions. What we talking about? What we doing right now? What we dealing with? What's going on? Let me try and dip back in the chat. I got a couple of things going on. So when my eyes are away from me, don't be sitting there. The haters like take screenshots and shit, and they want to be like, oh, what's she looking at and all this other shit, and act like the witch doctors in and shit like that. They ain't seen magic yet. Okay, because the magic is what we're actually doing, right, in real life, in real time, and it's a beautiful fucking thing, and I'm super excited. It's a beautiful day to be an American Indian and nothing else. Beautiful day. Get that. Let me see what's going on out here in the chat. Cousin Liz, what's up, baby? What's happening with you? Everything is healthy. I'm sending love from the South. What's happening to you? With you? So earlier we had a conversation, about culture, right? It's a lot of videos. I've seen about 3-4 videos since I've been in the South being shot. And it's really cool. The kids are totally into the culture. And shout out to Goofy for graduating. Right. These kids had a virtual ceremony, but the sentiment is just the same. I see a lot of these youngins, they out here, they want to win, they want to make it. They are beating statistics. They changing the game up. They breaking curses, generational curses. They know they Indian. They on a path. Shout out to them. They ready to play the positions that need to be played in order for us to get some respect on our name. They respect their ancestors. They respect themselves. They coming up out of harsh situations. And this is where you get to see the diamonds in the rough. I really love that shit. I fucks with the underdog. I fucks with the motherfuckers. A lot of people like to count out. They like to count them out. And, we take a particular fancy to those people because those are the ones that you get to see their whole cultivation. You get to see them made, that self-made, those self-made people. Oh, man, we need so many more of them. Be yourselves. This is the time where the self-made people get to flex their motherfucking moxie. Not they moxie, not the artificial, the ones that gotta, to build a bear motherfuckers. We don't want to build a bear. We don't want to build a nigga. We don't want to build a bitch. We want the ones that's man-made, self-made, and do it for themselves, no matter what their fucking circumstances is. And they is just like the shit to me. Shout out to those folks. I hope they fucking multiply and take over all the shit. Those are the ones we're gonna need. The ones that motherfuckers count out. Those are the ones that we're gonna need. Not the ones that insert themselves in a fucking narrative that ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. It's completely self-serving, But shout out to the people that live in, have like the most respectable, enchanting fucking altruistic manner and approach to things, and they got it to give, and they do it so easily. Shout out to them. This is about gratitude. It's also about gratitude. When I talk about what's the word, the word is gratitude. Where your gratitude at? Where your attitude at? What's your longitude and latitude? What's happening with it? I did not mean to do that. I do that from time to time. My children do the same shit. Even when I tell them to do their chores, I sing about it. Hey, it's time to do the dishes. Clean up, clean up. We'll make a whole fucking rap song about it to get the shit in motion. That's the type of time we was on. But at the end of the day, I'm proud of all the graduates. I think y'all dope. I'm sorry that Corona stole y'all motherfucking y'all. They just stole the stroll. You understand what I'm saying? We'd have had to be complete consumers anyway, and y'all deserve every goddamn dime of this bullshit fiat. Just so we could show y'all there's no way that we could really compliment y'all for in this day and time being able to persevere. Especially as some of them, it's one particular individual, and he was out of school for 2 years, went back and cracked that ass and got that motherfucking high school diploma, virtual or not. Shout out to you. That shit is perseverance. That right there. So it means that some of these children are listening. A lot of these children want better. And that goes to show that, some of the work that the community is doing, making sure that these things are happening, making sure that these things are really popping off. And we got to highlight these things. We got to highlight that. So other than that, right now is a good time. Let me just tell y'all, right now is a good time to probably try and clear your credit. Get all your shit together, get all your ducks in a row, because in a couple of weeks, you very well may be paying $19, $20 for a fucking loaf of bread. So you better figure out what to eat, get your taste buds ready to try some things that you haven't tried. And personally, at this point, if you pass 25 and you don't drink water and you don't eat vegetables, we know what to say. We know what it is. You're stubborn and really are not going to do what's good for you, right? You're not going to do what's good for you. Change your fucking attitude. You're going to have to adjust your palate, because there might be a chance where you have to eat motherfucking bugs, larvae, all types of shit. Me included. And I'm scared of fucking butterflies. This is coming from somebody that's scared of butterflies, right? But I know that there's some life changes that have to be made in order for shit to work out to where I'm not really feeling compelled to bust you upside your fucking head for a can of beans, right? I don't want to do that. But I'm not going to be acting as if it can't happen. You know how this shit going to shake out. And they might have us mad enough to cut something, right? To Cal. That's for those, I'm all about the culture. I'm all about the culture. Had a fucking conversation with some youngins about things. And you'd be surprised with the things that they come up with. You'd be surprised with, how they view things. And you just got to sit down and talk to them. And it's just like all good. I have so much admiration and respect for a lot of you, and you just don't know. Y'all gonna make us proud, and I know that that's exactly what's gonna happen. Y'all gonna make us proud. There's a whole bunch of you that are looking to make yourselves feel good about this whole situation. And now that you have the ammunition, now that you know exactly who you are, this is the tool that we didn't have. So you get to unlock certain things that we were unable to do so, but we can guide you, and we will guide you. People like me, I will. I came across a sister. Shout out to Miss Burge, and her daughter just has so much fire. Like, I was talking to this sister, and her daughter was in the background, and it was like I needed to hear what I heard. And her daughter wanted to make sure that she asked me a couple of questions, and she had her shit together. And it was just like, wait a minute. It was in reference to doing their genealogy. And then something kind of changed, and I was like, wait a minute. Let me talk to the daughter. I wanted to talk to her. Like, she's 26. She's full of fire. And these are some of the people that I want to work with. You know why? Because they are going to be in position to be able to reach younger people, and we can link them up. And this is how we are going to start to organize. And then you have a bunch of these youngins that have the certifications. They do have different degrees in different areas, but we get to make sure that they're not stagnant, or not utilized, or it goes in vain. Because what it does show is that they dedicated their time to complete something. Okay, so don't go dismissing every single degree and they're this, they're that, and things of that nature. I think we kind of need to come up out of some of that way of thinking, right? See, because the solutions are there, And the fact that we have these solutions are the reason why we need to be strategic. How we being strategic? You understand what I'm talking about? Um, Such a multifaceted people. I like where a lot of these things is going, in spite of the negativity and some of the you guys know what it's been. Um, you guys know what it's been. But the thing about it is the solutions, right? Because we don't want to go down into something if it. I'll put it this way: if it doesn't if it's not a conversation that you can have with the police when they're trying to put their boots on your neck, maybe you shouldn't be going so deep into a thing. Maybe you shouldn't go so deep into a thing. I don't know. It's just a thought. Probably you shouldn't go too far if it's not going to stop you from being oppressed or harassed, right? Maybe great to know everything there is to know about a sunflower. Okay, maybe great to know what it is about a sunflower, what climate they grow in, where they thrive in, how you can produce them, the benefits of it, the cons as well. Just all the things you need to know about it. Well, if it's not something that can stop your oppression, I probably think you need to leave it alone. Or how about this? I'll make it even sweeter. If you can find out how to insert this into a way or a manner in which you are no longer oppressed, then do that. Do that. Let me check out the chat real quick. Hold on one second. If you can find a way, then it's probably a good idea for you to insert yourself that way. But if you don't have any solutions, if you aren't able to strategically assemble a body, right? Organized, sans the confusion, right? Sans means without for those that, but again, it has to be this altruistic form. And that is what the altruistic form of it is, the part where it is selfless. It's valid, completely valid, and someone can give you the best advice, the best truth, even if it costs them something personally, right? Maybe I should have titled this altruism, right? Or altruistic form, because people are able to contribute in a tremendous way where it may not be visible to the naked eye, right? So this build is kind of a freestyle, but at the same time, it's a homage, a call to homage, a call to gratitude, and a call to see where everybody's at with things. You know what I'm saying? Where you at with it? Like, are you about solutions? Because I know I can go back for a very long period of time where I know exactly what it is I've done, when I've done it, what contributions I've made, what I am willing to do, and the people that I have been able to be successfully connected to for one reason or another. And these things have, and forgive me, for some of them have actually been neglected, whereas other people have, kind of pushed themselves or maybe inserted themselves in a way that may have caused you to get pushed to the side or feel pushed to the side or think that I forgot where we was at with things, right? But it's never like that. It's not like that. And shout out to the folks that I don't even have to explain that to, where it goes without showing. I respect you. You already know what it is, and my number is always going to be the same. And those things don't have to be explained. So shout out to the real ones, the righteous ones, that even though where you it may appear that you one way. I already know what it is with us, and I'm good and I'm satisfied. I don't feel no way. You understand what I'm saying? I understand the method to the madness. If there is any, that may not even be the right choice of words because it's not madness. It's altruism, right? Whether or not I agree with it or whether or not I feel that you're going about it the way you're going about it, you went about it. And I'm fucking okay with that. You need to know that. I'm smart enough to know that where there's the win is always in the bag. And it doesn't have to be me crossing the finish line, nigga, because if you cross that line, then that means we still won. Still the fucking same. Whether it's me or whether it's you. Right? Ain't no hidden competitions with nobody on the motherfucking planet with moon. Ain't no hidden competitions. When the sun is fucking on, right? You know that. I'm going to set the bar. I'm going to set the standard. I do that. I do that. Comes from a righteous place. But it's always going to be coming from a place of wins, not losses, not disparity, not where the buck stops, not where, the shit ends, not where the fat lady sings, not where, it's over, no finality. No, 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 no. So it's going to be a comma. Nigga, we adding on. And we're going to keep adding on. We're going to keep building. We're not going to finish it. Let it be a one-on sentence. Who says there's something wrong with it? If you put the period, that's finite. What the fuck are you talking about? Grammatically correct. My ass. This shit is the American Indian War. This shit like lamb chop. It's the song that never ends. Ha. This is the song that doesn't end. Drop the phone. What's going on in the chat? Y'all, keep that tempo cool. Keep the tempo cool. Shit, moving fast for me. Keep the tempo cool. So, anyway, what's going on out there in Indian country? I've been out the loop, but we got a couple of things done. Waiting for somebody to make their grand appearance, and we're going to give them the warmest welcome ever, right, to this experience, to the American Indian community. And this is someone that respects genealogy. They're exactly where they need to be with it. And it totally debunks everything else that, people are talking about. Debunks everything else. Because at the end of the day, it's wonderful to know who's from America. It's wonderful to know the phenotype, the visage. It's wonderful to know what type of people were here. But in order to get some act right, in order to get some respect on your name, you have to know who the people are that were here. Well, fortunately for the American Indian, these people were documented. Albeit for me, where they say, oh, what about this? What about that? All of these. Those are the people that have several things. Things to hide. Things that they haven't researched. They still freestyling. A lot of people still are freestyling at this point in time. They've been around 1, 2, 3, 5 years, and they're still freestyling. Not only are they freestyling, but they're just along for the ride because they know we done smashed out the Hotep community. Let's smash that. Kemet is not God here. We know who was there in the colonies. We know what they were doing, what they were going through. what the political climate was, what the laws were, who their offspring and descendants and progeny were, who their ascendants were, what they were into, what type of religious denominations, what type of treaties, what type of agriculture, what type of industry, what type of trade, what type of commerce. A lot of things. A lot of things that people have yet to mention or acknowledge. And my thing is, if you find all these other things to talk about and you don't acknowledge some of these strange findings, some of the beautiful findings, the good, bad, and the indifferent, are you really that interesting? Do you really have do you really have the history? Do you really have the truth? Can you insert yourself into the narrative with whatever it is that you're teaching, whatever it is that you're talking about? Can you insert yourself into the narrative? And that is very important. That's something that needs to be said when it's all said and done, right? It's something that you need to deal with. Something that you need to deal with. It's time that people look into a few things instead of getting all caught up into all of I don't conspiracy theories. Find the truth in what it is that's going on. Make it not a theory, because a theory is a hypothesis, pretty much an educated guess that has different things, but it still goes on and on. There's a comma on it. There's no period. It doesn't indicate any final truth. Do you understand what I'm saying? But one thing that they can't take, they can talk about DNA, they can talk about all these different types of sciences, and we know that anything that ends in ology is the study of a science, right? Prefixes, suffixes, root words, medical terminology, anything cardio, it's the heart. Cardiology, the study of the science of the heart, specifically, right? Right? So, anything nephrology, anything nephro. Nephro is the kidneys, the study of the kidneys, the science of the kidneys. Nephrology. Nephro, the root word, and also the prefix, the suffix, ology, and also a word, a meaning has a meaning. The study of, the previous, the prefix, the study of the kidneys, which is a science. By the Hippocratic Oath, by HIPAA standards, by the American Medical Association or any medical association standards, it is, in fact, a controlled science. It's controlled by different agencies, different organizations, right? Genealogy is public information, and it is the ultimate science of who you are. Study of genes that DNA does not touch on. DNA does not tell you who your fifth, your second, your third, your 12th great grandparents are. Does not. If that was the case, All of these great people that everybody idolized, the Mansa Musas, the Shaka Zulus, the this, the that, the that, the that, and the third. You people would be able to attach themselves to them. Do you think there isn't a specific 6 degrees of separation where you would not be related to any of these people that you are so fascinated with? Because they tell you about all of these people so you don't study yourself. Knowledge of self, knowledge God. What's today's mathematics? Nigga, who your fourth grade grandma? Knowledge that. Knowledge God. Deify them. Those are the gods. Those that were before you. The wise ones, the ancient ones of time immemorial. The gimme that got you here, motherfuckers. That's all. That's all. So, what you gonna do with them? Mr. Waldo, Halito, Vicky Simmons, what's up, LA? Smoking Big, Opinions in 3D. Right? It's a new motherfucking wave. And I don't even think people are aware what's about to happen. I think people thought some shit was going to happen. Like they really control the narrative or they have the integral part that is going to be a part of that. Because at the end of the day, when I look back 10 years from now, I'm proud of every motherfucking thing I did. Can everybody say the same? When you look back, gonna feel the same way because a motherfucker like me, oh, I'm always gonna hate a scammer. I'm always gonna hate a nigga, a crook trying to fucking cheat me, mine, or people that I know or could know or might want to get to know, but I can't fuck with them because they fucking with crooks like you. The bad judgment people, the ones that run amok, that organize chaos and confusion and stuff like that. Listen, I'm always going to be against that. My status on that, my stance on that is never going to be different. Whether I'm 12 or 95, I was always anti that type of sucker shit. Always against it. Nothing different. So 10 years from now, only thing I might have regrets is probably not really like busting a couple heads or something like that. But the disrespect was at an all-time high. And just knowing that people was kind of okay with that. And for those that wasn't, yo, hit me up, man. You already know what it is. Better space and time in real life, real TV. This shit wouldn't be what it is. It's not what it look like. Because what it is what we making it. And that's for real. It is what we're making. And that's for real. Whether it's to be disclosed, well, out here or because I think it's better when motherfuckers just feel it. You feel it. The passion, the concern, you feel it. And if you don't, you shall. And if you won't right now, you will want to later. It's not going to change because it's truth and it's righteousness. And it's what it's hitting for. Not only what it's hitting for, it's what's ordered. These steps is orchestrated. And when I say that, I mean by design. Not necessarily mine, but I'm playing my position. I'm playing my position for sure. Everybody else should be able to play theirs. The resume should be kind of built by now if you out here. If you out here talking about it's real like that, if it's real like that, then I should be able to see it. Let me see something here. Give me 1 second here. Let me see if I could. Let's do some random shit. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Hold on.
There will be no bullying.
Hold on 1 second. Let's see. Let me just catch somebody off guard real quick, just so they could tell the truth. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. I want y'all to hear this. Let me catch somebody off guard real quick. I think that person will call me back. Let me see somebody else. Catch somebody else off guard. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. I want to speak. I want this one person to call me back because this individual, um, they have a lot to say. They have a totally different perspective, and they have no idea what I'm calling about. But I know that as soon as they see that I call, they're gonna call back, and I want them live, and I'm gonna save that for that time. But anyway, make sure y'all keeping your eye out for what kind of laws and stuff are being passed right now. The states are about to open up. Don't be a fucking scaredy cat chicken. Just be fucking careful. um, I learned a lot being, coming down to Georgia and stuff like that, being one of the states that have opened up, and Missouri as well. I don't think it's working out so well in Missouri, but I certainly know that Georgia is kind of doing all right. Things are People are still taking their precautions and doing what it is that they're supposed to do. Life is going to go on. You better be able to be prepared for that. It's probably never going to be the same, but I'm sure you've already anticipated that. And if you haven't, now would be a good time because the jig is about to be up real soon, and people are going to have to get back out there and do what it is that they were doing prior. Even if you are able to still work from home, you are going back to work. People are going to go back to work. Things, construction projects, different things are going to start resuming. All sorts of updates and things like that. I'm sure different in services and certifications with OSHA standards, occupational safety hazards and things of that nature. So people stay tuned, and just take care of your shit. Now would be a good time to get into a trade. There are going to be lots of trade industries. They have all sorts of grants. Donald Trump has all sorts of grants for different trades because so that things don't become completely robotic and things like that. Bring as part of bringing back different types of industries and keeping certain industries here, American made, being able to be manufactured and produced right here by us with our own resources and know-how and things, the innovative things that we have lent out to the world. We should be compensated for those things. See, there's a lot of things that I want to talk about. When it comes down to things politically, the Negro, the Indian has to know what it is to ask for. Unlike specifically with the autonomy that is bestowed upon us to be self-governing people, right? To be the self-governing people. And with that comes the responsibility of being able to have foresight over how things are going to be structured, need to be structured so that we're not boxed in. What happens, and this is the separation that we have from, and forgive me for saying this, but it's, you can stop me if I'm lying, but when it comes down to like the black approach of things, okay, because they don't know what to ask for, right? The Indian can compartmentalize what their gripes, grievances, concerns are, and should be able to document exactly what it is, right? Should be able to document exactly what it is, point for point, decade for decade, down to a T. And this comes back to that science. When it comes down to you studying yourself, right? And you're going to have to do one line at a time, because once each time you go a generation, it doubles, right? So you have four grandparents, you have two parents, four grandparents, eight great grandparents, 16 great greats, 32 great great greats, so on and so forth. So by the time you get to the 10th generation, it's thousands of grandparents that you have at this point. Not all that you will spend your entire life in the pursuit of them all, but you will be able to form a tangible amount of history to which whatever it is that you've learned, whatever it is that you feel that you've been lied to about, you are going to be able to explain in great fucking detail what it is that happened to you. Okay? So now we have to make sure that we are clear on some of the lines where the waters will change. The flow of things are going to change. For instance, if you have been in the American Indian community by now, you know that if you are related to any of the Choctaw tribes, any of the specific Cherokee tribes, any of the five civilized tribes, let's just say that in short, your problems lie within the Dawes rolls for the most part, with a few, with some exceptions. And if you are part of those exceptions, then you know where you are, and you can't necessarily stand over there, and you'll still be in a different position with many of us all on a different forefront. Okay? What I mean by that is, if you are on the Dawes rolls, that is going to be the bulk or the scope of where your fight is, where your plight is, that you have to attack in order to get some respect put on your name. If you have the ancestors, the guidelines are pretty clear. Am I saying they're right? Am I saying they're righteous? No, I'm not, but they are there. And if you are related to the people between that time and that time, then you know what to do. It's not the same sandwich as everybody else, right? It's not the same sandwich. So if you are part of the recognized five civilized tribes, then maybe you should go over there with them and fight your battles in that capacity. Does it mean that we are completely separating you? No, but what we are doing is compartmentalizing the areas in which we need to be strengthened at, right? Because there are people, excuse me, attached to the five civilized tribes that do need help. And they're in the same goddamn boat that we are in, right? That is true. Go insert yourself there and go and be useful and do what it is that you need to do in that aspect. Because you can't create any of those tribes if you are not related to, or I don't want to say related, if you are not attached to those specific people, right? But even those specific people, you now have the responsibility of challenging exactly who those people are. So do you see where our fight may differ? You don't have the Walter Plecker issue, but you do have an issue nonetheless. The issue with the Seminoles is not the same things or the gripes, concerns, complaints that the Choctaws have. It's not the same things that the Cherokees have. It's not the same things that the Creek have. Yet people have problems nonetheless. But you need to be able to know what area to insert yourself and be useful and fruitful and magnify and maximize that. If you cannot do that, fault is yours. No one else's. You will suck and no one else is to blame but you. Where are you at with this right now? the word with that? Somebody get back to me on what's the word on that part of it. Then there's the other 13 colonies. And this includes the Caribbean, South, and Central America too, and stateside, right? This is something that we all have right? Indians, West Indians, same shit, right? Right. Now we have these intra-American gripes. We're all Americans, nonetheless. American Indians are the race of people. We have different calamities, different concerns, different grievances, but we haven't figured out how to connect with each other in a way in which is powerful and we all prosper, right? And all the colonizers, because we got the same fucking colonizers. Let's all agree on that. Where we are able to insert ourselves in a way that's beneficial. We leave it up to strangers. We leave it up to other people to voice our fucking grievances and concerns. Like they really sat next door to you or sat in or was in your fucking living room when the lights went out. Or the landlord came knocking and you was $3 short, a day late. Where they at though? What's the word with these people? What y'all trying to do? That formula was laid out 2 years ago. Everything that we got going on ain't the same neither. Even though we're in that bag, right? We ain't part of this 5 civilized tribes because they got a word of their own, right? Even if we are, because a nigga like me, I ain't accepting no whatever they little 196 of a fucking quantum. I ain't doing that. I don't have to. Oh, it's not mine. It's an option, but not a choice. Not something that I'm gonna. But that's that. Now we have this other intra-American thing. We haven't quite mastered the deportation thing. There's so many things that got neglected while everybody's sitting there crying about one thing or another, right? Everybody crying and shit, but where's the work at? How the fuck is y'all still crying and we all had assignments and shit? This is the thing. Let's go back in everybody else's stuff where we talked about how to start the South American issue, how to start the motherfucking Caribbean issue, all the intra-American issues. Where that was at? That came from something that we was working on over here with Moon. Problem solving, solutions, not fucking problems, and crying, and still stuck on the same thing. No genealogy, bunch of this happening, that happening. Oh, the police need to stop killing them. Nigga live in London. What the fuck is you talking about? They don't even got guns. Them bobbies ain't got guns, nigga. You feeling that hard for us? Bring your ass back home, boy. What you talking about? BK citizen of your fucking ID say Ireland, UK. Wait a minute, UK, Ireland, British Isles, and Scotland, right? 2, yeah. Britain, Ireland, and Scotland. It's not the same. We hear you, but can we feel you? No. Where your noise at over there? We got somewhere to visit? When we over there talking about our people that's on record over there, I know my Virginia people, they was over there going in London, right? Rachel Powhatan was over there with Pocahontas. You'd be surprised how many of them was going over there to treaty signers. That's why I'm like, where's everybody? Who is everybody? Who you with? Because them families is still here. You worried about where Moon related at? Moon nowhere to insert herself. Come see me. Come on, is we family or not? Let's talk about it. That's what we here to do. Talk about this shit. We got some gripes and concerns. Maybe we need to work out our differences. It's a good time to do it. Some of our tribes been feuding and warring for a long time. I don't know about that. I don't know about, who built the Eiffel Tower and shit. Probably tell you what year it was built, but can I say who laid the brick on the 40th floor? No. Can I tell you what my folks was doing before I got here that got me here, to give me that got me here, that cosmic night? They did whatever it is they did, and it sparked some shit, and whoa, here I am. Here we are. We all are. It wasn't just my folks that did it. Your fucking folks did it too. They was doing it too. Doing it with who they was doing it with. That type of time. Where everybody at? So they got some different things going on. There's different things going on. Different things going on over there. Niggas had slavery in Brazil. You know, we was trying to address that too. But here come these niggas, right? Trying to cover up the fact that we had the Pan-Africans at the time, covering up the fact that things was going on in Libya. Because, you know, they try to act like Libya is not a part of Africa, right? They try to act like it's cut off because it's not sub-Saharan, okay? Well, we still had a situation in Brazil. How come the people ain't there with that? Who got the followers over there in Brazil? Talking this American Indian shit, but ain't talking it to the people where they at though. Where they at though? They saying they with the shits, but where they at? People love and respect people that ain't really leading the people in the truth. You talking about you leading them to the truth. How true is it if it don't work? How true is it if it don't work? And that's for all these go telling on the mountain ass niggas. Over the hills and everywhere. We bit the mounds and we don't care. Sometimes it feel like a nut. Sometimes it don't. Almond joys have nuts. Mounds don't. Right? This one mound bill. Who was there? What was their names? Was John Jones the mound builder nigga? Let us know. How is it pertinent? You gonna go to the police got their motherfucking nightstick upside the motherfucking head, right? Hit you with the nightstick and shit. Yo, we built the motherfucking mounds. Nigga, I am the man. I am the woman that tells you who the fucking mound builders were. Officer, ow, stop. Why you doing that? Nigga, I'm an Olmec. Oh, I'm a Mayan. I'm an Incan. That shit gonna work. Sure. I'll buy that for $1. I want to know. I want to know. I want to know what's the word on that. What's the word? What's the word on that? I mean, is you ain't part of the solution. What's the word? My fucking Cisco voice and DMX. Somebody let me know what they really want from a nigga. Y'all want from the Indians. Y'all want us to leave grandma alone so we can go off chasing dragons and doing rituals and shit like that and fucking clipping toenails at high noon, the night of the full moon, and all that shit. While you got the altar built with somebody that you want to throw missiles and darts at and shit, right? Y'all niggas is excreting fucking secretions and excreting fucking sexual favors and shit while y'all hating on somebody as a mutual understanding and shit. All the weirdo Frank chasers, the dragon tamers, the motherfucking witchcraft, the sorcerer, and the goddamn stone ass motherfuckers, your warlocks, the motherfucking the Jezebels, the harlots, the motherfucking urchins, all of them. Like, let's get it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. We can get to it. We can get to it. It's happening. It's going on, right? It was a lot of fingers pointed, but 3-point right back. And where's the meat at? Where the meat and potatoes at? Where the meat and potatoes at? Where's the stuff that you can fucking put together and hey, it's all good. It's there. Somehow people have accepted the uploads and downloads. We talked about it. You're liking the motherfucking humans just like a goddamn computer. It's the same thing. What are you uploading? What are you downloading? What are you streaming now? Are you streaming something good? Are you taking in some positive shit? What type of shit are you soaking up? Something that's going to make you feel good or something that's going to make you take a position that doesn't suit you, but you just feel like going with that wave. Where you at with it? Oh, man, nigga, I'm 46 years old. I don't feel like I got to fit in with nobody. I done had a crew already. I got the same friends that's older than me. Our parents was pregnant together at the same time. I don't gotta look for love nowhere. My grandma has so many goddamn kids. I don't gotta outsource. Where you at with it? What's the word? What is the word? What is the word? What's the word? Let's drop the link in the chat. Give me 1 second. I want to put the link out there. So let me see if I could get my good brother to put the link out there. So send it. What's happening, y'all? What's happening, y'all? So, anyway, what's up, the I am? Kim folks. Burnish Blast. What's up, beloved? Latham. I am that I am. What's up? Yeah. So, at the end of the day, if you want to know how many ancestors another motherfucker got, motherfucker, how many you got? How many you got? What's up? Can y'all find claims? Y'all looking for reparations? Y'all looking for some act right? How y'all gonna strategically form a political party based on anthropology that you ain't got no certifications or attachments to? Because I know 3 spots right now where they digging up bones where my ancestors is at, and guess who going over there? Me. You want to know? Garfield, Sarnetta, none of them motherfuckers could pay for my motherfucking DNA. You know who I'm going to give it to and test it against? Them motherfuckers in the graves over there and in that plot, them spots over there where they digging at right now. Them my folks. I'm going to go test my shit against them motherfuckers. No interruptions. Right. Spot on. That's my anthropology. Am I certified? No. But am I stupid? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. The moment I've been fucking waiting for. I fuck with the people that know the fucking solutions and the truth to it all on every fucking level and every aspect that's going on. Let's pay attention to what's really hitting for out here. Don't be sitting there crying with them black people blues, right? Like you not home already. How you acting like you not home already? That's not what I understand. I don't understand, and I'm not gonna pretend to either. So don't try and box me in. Don't try and box me in. You can't box me in. My shit always gonna change. I could burn the shit to the ground and start over and reinvent some shit, and my shit always gonna pop. It's gonna pop because it's true and it's new and different. That's the part of being like, it wasn't just like how the name Phoenix Moon came. It's the symbolism, because I could burn shit down and start fresh and new. It's about the rebuild, the reinvention. It don't got nothing to do with nobody else. This was my path. My name will change again too after my work, a certain set of work and goals is done. When that checklist is complete, there may be another transition. Don't fucking box me in. I'm not limited. I was so many people. I was niche. I was up. I was niche. I was so Miss West. I was so many people before that y'all will never get a whiff of. But guess what? The ones that was there for everybody, all of them, all my transitions, they are still there. They're still valued. They're still loved by me. And I'm still loved by them. I can prove it. And I can prove it. My jacket, resume, speaks for itself. Speaks for itself. I see other people. And although you didn't present a resume, I see where you at. And not that I'm looking to hire, but we definitely need to network. You ain't gotta hide in the shadows, especially with no lame niggas. What's your talent, fool? Come through. Come through. This ain't no death row shit. This ain't no death row. If you tired of motherfucking mounds and pyramids and motherfucking red-headed Sasquatch, come on over to Wild Fellas. This ain't that. It could be, but this ain't that. In the words of Callie, in the words of, this ain't that. And my dub is it could be. Could very well be. Get your situations together. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of situations, shout out to my baby daddy, yo. Man, me and this dude used to go at it. Shout out to him being my biggest supporter, one of my biggest supporters. It paid off me not bashing a nigga because he ain't worked the way I wanted him to work. But he sure did work. He sure did work. Shout out to you, Black Amana. Insider. Anyway, ain't that the truth, Ralph Woolley? Lames will burn in flames. Well, we shall see. We shall see. I ain't setting no fires right now. I'll tell you that. That's for sure. But shit is blazing, and it's always going to be, comfortable, fervent heat. Sometimes could be comfortable, could be fervent. Depends on how it goes. But we all going to work it out. Everything's healthy. As long as it's healthy. We just want to take the healthiest way to really attack things and shit like that. I have something I want to show you guys. Give me 1 second. Just little things. These are things like this that I remember. I can itemize and document things that Let me just show you guys something. Give me 1 second here. I'm gonna show you guys something. I'm gonna pull something up. Do, 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 do.
Action. You know what, y'all? I'm AK, American Eating. We welcome No Grandma Killers. Make sure you subscribe to No Grandma Killers.
One second, y'all. I'm still here. 1 2 1 2. I'm still here, y'all. I'm just finding something. Hold on 1 moment. Bear with me. I'm right here. Feed is fine. Okay, beloved. Um, Let me see something. I want to show y'all something. Just a little. Give me a second. Let me put this together. Hold on. Sorry about that. 1 second. Let me put something together. I just want to show y'all something. This is how you put your shit together. Some of it. Y'all hear me typing, right? Oh, let's see. Hold on. That ain't gonna work. Hold on. Password. I want to show you. Mm. Okay. So I have it signed in on my device. Let me send it. Let me send it. Let me see. I'm going to send this to email. Let's see if we can pull it up. Because this ain't happening the way I wanted to. So I sent it. Okay, I got it. Hold on 1 second. I got it. Hopefully I don't need. I know what to do. Hold on, I know what to do. I know what to do. And this is important. Just bear with me. It's going to be worth it. I'm going to just show y'all something that happened that, this how you cap. I'm going to show you how you capitalize. And when I say cap, I don't mean exaggerate. This is how you turn your pain into gain. Let me show you something. So that saying is absolutely true. It's absolutely true. 1 second. It's absolutely true. I know what to do. I know what to do. I got it. Give me 1 second. Bear with me. I want y'all to see how these are some of the things you could think. And you could take this as an example of how you can get some redress of grievances, and you can get the ball rolling on little things just like this. It may seem like a little thing, but it's probably little to you because you didn't have the experience. But this is how you turn your experiences into part of the narrative of what happened. And it's all inclusive into me being American Indian, being discriminated against, also all of the torts, the genocide, all of the things that are inclusive in what exactly happened to me that I can document and I can prove have actually happened to me. Give me 1 second. Okay, let's do that. And give me 1 second. Let me. One moment. Hold on one second. Okay, I want to see if I can get this up for you guys to see and read this to you. This is part of, there's so many things that I just wouldn't understand. And there's a reason why. I guess everything isn't meant for people to just understand. But let me tell y'all something about Moon, right?
7-day free trial.
Let me see. It's not gonna.
Are you want me to send you a link to stream out to your
Yeah. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna fix this. Yeah. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Add me. Okay. Now. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. So here it is. Now I'm gonna be able to show you what I wanted to show you. 1 second. Let me do a screen share here. Okay. So I want you guys to look at this. This is about my junior high school teacher, principal. Okay. She used to be District 29, IS 59. This particular person, Celestine Miller, was later on became the District 29 superintendent. Okay, so let's look up what happened to Celestine Miller. Celestine Miller uh, robbed myself and several other people. We had academically, we completely excelled. Um, perhaps because of well, certainly there is no perhaps, there are certain elements to the behavioral disposition that was quite different for the climate at the time in the 80s. But essentially, this woman used to terrorize us. And this was the only time I can actually say I saw my grandparents have some sort of discourse. And what I know specifically when it came to academia for us, because of what my experiences that I would articulate regarding this particular person. And her name was Celestine Miller. I'm quite certain that she's dead, but this is absolutely true. And this is part of my early development academic experiences with the state of New York, New York Board of Education, and United States Department of Education as well. And this was my experience. So it's not a big deal here. What this article is, it just notifies, this is from May of 1998. Of course, I graduated and went to high school in 1988. So this is 10 years after I had graduated, in which case she did not let me attend. Okay, myself, and I'm still friends with the people that she denied to go to graduation for whatever her personal reason was. And she used to have these really nasty things to say, not even knowing, what time it was, but she was just one of those, I don't know if you want to call her Uncle Ruckus. I'm not really sure, but she definitely was educationally abusive, if that makes any sense. She certainly didn't want people to succeed. And that was, quite an issue with her. Give me 1 second. So now that's that. Okay, so let me go to this right here and let me tell you what happened to her. So of course my grandparents were still alive. Even later, that was in 1998. And even later, come to find out. Now, Mrs. Miller's sister, Mrs. Garrett, was in our elementary school. She was our English teacher, as well as there was a library that we had at the school, and she also worked in the school. They are blood sisters, blood relatives. So anyway, I come down to visit my grandparents, and the newspaper there, they always, very fond of the newspapers. So we always had access. We drive down to visit my grandparents, and I find out that she had been arrested. Okay. So now here's the article of Celestine Miller, a former school superintendent, was indicted yesterday along with 5 others for pocketing $3.2 million that was supposed to buy computers for students at 19 schools in Queens. So keep in mind, that school that I went to, they still had the same computers from 1987, 1988. So much time later, right? This is in 2000. So now she's no longer the principal of the school that I attended, but she's now the superintendent. So if she did that to me and 10 people that I can actually have a conversation with, I can try and get them up here to talk about our experience with having to fight within the educational system during the 80s and 90s, right? And facing these obstacles. So now this is part of the tort. This is part of the genocide. This is part all inclusive of everything that is exclusive to me, right? And other people that have the same situation, right? Now this school, not only did I attend, but all of my, not all of them, but most of my grandmother's children attended that school. Not only did my mother attend that school, so many others, and this is the same for the people that I have the same similar situation with, where this was done to us after our junior high school graduation. So she's done this to who knows how many people, but this is a direct thing that I can sue about. This is some shit that I can pop. This is some shit that has affected me now, right? And I'm 46 years old, but this is something that has part of my trauma, and I can clearly document this shit, strategically, right? And now I have something that there is a line or an avenue that me and everybody can't jump on this bandwagon. But it's a fucking wagon nonetheless with big old wheels sitting on 22s. Sitting on 22s. Right? So they ended up going to jail. Now I can also take this back because now look, not only was it her, it was her husband, and they clearly had different business because they had different. She didn't take on a last name, and I completely understand that. Sometimes even doing music, you don't become like Whitney Houston was Whitney Houston. She didn't become Whitney Houston Brown or Whitney Brown. You understand what I'm saying? So for certain things, you may keep your maiden name for that reason, especially if it is a commercial reason or some sort of reason in that regard. But now you have this is her husband. She has some Jewish people. Everybody was having fun at the expense of the kids in Northside Queens. It's not like our families weren't paying taxes. We didn't really understand because there were so many things that were going on at the time that perhaps we didn't appreciate the neighborhoods that we came from. But there's not a lot of bricks in Queens, or certainly not in my side. We had houses, yards, and all sorts of things. So it's not like, but we still had poverty. We still had hard times. We still had those things nonetheless. Listen, we used to hang out at group homes. We used to hang out at the less than's, right? We used to hang out at the group homes, the have-nots. Like we didn't discriminate. We were able to go. I'm from Queens. We lived in Brooklyn, Manhattan. We were welcome everywhere, everywhere. Right? It's the same universal G code, same way you get along. And that's the same way. And I feel that same connection here in the South is really no different. And I know that got to be the beat of the Indian drum because this is where we at with things, especially when it comes to being active and it comes to being able to work your network and make your network work for you. But this right here, so they fired her back in March of 1999. Later on, they go to name her husband, and Mrs. Garrett was her sister, okay, and a couple other Jewish people. So there's that. Now, I said that to say that that's part of some of the things that I'm going to talk about. These are some of the things that they have to deal with when it comes in terms of me. Doesn't mean you, but there's people that I can deal with in this small little mustard seed that can turn into a huge, big thing. Right? That's the nano, right? It's the little teeny tiny, you know, you have the micro, the macro, you go, oh, it's a nano thing. That's a nano thing. You know? In this way, you know how to deal with certain situations. That's a situation that I can deal with. It's tangible. It's tangible. It's something that they can't refuse, something that they are not prepared for, something that I will not lose. Sadly enough, posthumously, I still have to pop some shit over a dead woman's grave, but that dead woman caused me real life harm. And so did her estate. And therefore, I have entitlement to just compensation. And that would include her heirs, right? I am the heir of an American Indian, in which case my rights were violated completely. There is no statute of limitations on the torts and the elements thereof. Let's say that I cannot do that and win. And I really doubt anyone can prove me different. I doubt it. Not because I know so much, clearly because I am in touch with things as how they should be, for the specific fact that I have the tangible results and I'm looking to provoke specific behaviors amongst the oppressors. That it is not okay. It is not okay. And there are people that are willing to defend themselves and can defend themselves and absolutely ain't gonna hesitate at all. No hesitation, appreciation, pure dedication. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. I'm on that type of time. I'm on that type of time. I'm on that type of time. And I hope you're on that type of time too. I hope. I can't wait to see you guys July 3rd and July 4th. See, there was a lot of hating going on at the time when we was announcing that the No Grandma Killers tour was going to be April 4th, 2020. Corona, aka COVID-19, had a little handle on that. They had the last word. It wasn't the haters. And unfortunately, it wasn't even the congratulators or the appreciators. Mother Nature, the creator, handled that and set us all apart and made us sit still and hope that we got along with the people we had to sit still with. That was for everybody. That was a universal thing. That was not exclusive to the American Indians or the Americas. That was worldwide. Sit your ass still. Everybody, night, night. Take a nap, God damn it. Yeah. Everybody had to sit still. You know, wasn't a bad thing. But who ready to go though? Because the gates finna to open. What they got from when the gates open up? Hey. Should have been running concurrent from when the gates were closed. Shouldn't stop, it shouldn't start. It should have been started already. And it damn sure shouldn't be stopping. It should be go time in no time. About to be showtime. That's well. That's well. Can't argue that shit. On every level, any way you see fit, however you want to talk about it, it's gonna be go time in no time. 0 to 100, nigga, real quick. Well, a lot of shit we're gonna be dealing with. A lot of people will be dealt with. A lot of things will be handled, or not, one way or another. Indian got shit to do. I hope y'all ready to do it. And definitely, I hope y'all ready to come to the No Grandma Killers tour. So it started off as one day, and now it's going to be the whole weekend. This is going to be the first time out the gate. You don't even know what type of shit we got worked in. Never mind the old itinerary. We still got the same people, the same beloveds that's coming through. But now, got some extra flavor to add and some extra shit to talk about, some extra shit to do and put into motion. And we got some extra shit to show for it. What we've been doing during this time certainly wasn't bullshit. It's go time. And y'all better be ready in no time. And if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. And that's the end of that. I ain't really got too much more to say. I just want to talk some shit, show my face, stick around, peek my head in Indian country, let you know I'm here. We around. Everybody's good. Everything is healthy. And I hope the same for you. And I hope the same for yours. Get y'all shit together. Y'all better buy some land. Y'all better build with some motherfuckers that ain't got no shit to hide. We ain't on the run. Motherfuckers ain't gonna turn their face up, make it taste like ass when you speak it. Yeah. Y'all already know. Get ready. Get ready. Get your shit together. It's time to build. Who doing what? Who doing what? What's the word? Is you is. Or is you ain't? It's your piece of logic here.